Hello everyone and welcome to episode 6 of my hardcore Let's Play series. I've got a lot of stuff planned for today, but before we get into that, I want to show you guys what I have done between episodes. And the first thing is about 1600 blocks in that direction. So let's go. And that thing is a Guardian farm. Okay, so this is ENXO4's Guardian XP farm. I won't tell you guys how it works because if you guys want to know, you can just go and check out his video on his channel. But you can see all the Guardians down there, and this thing gives you an insane amount of XP. It is absolutely brilliant for getting your tools and equipment on the mend. So I did do a little bit of grinding in between episodes. Got a OP smite sword and put sharpness on my axe. I also have a sharpness sword and a smite axe, just depending on the situation. But here they come now. And this thing is nuts. Look at the amount of XP it gives me. So I went from level 7 to level 33 in probably under a minute. It is absolutely nuts. Anyway, let's go to the next thing. The next thing I want to show you guys, I have to travel through the Nether because it is nearly 10,000 blocks away. As you can see, I have made a little bit of a pathway through the terrain just to make it a little bit easier for me to get to the portal. And here's the portal. And this next thing I want to show you is a quad iron farm in my spawn chunks. So the wall that I've built around this is the outside perimeter of my spawn chunks, so everything inside here will always remain loaded. And I've made 4 modules of iron farms. These things are absolutely cranking out iron. I am estimating that I'm getting somewhere around 23 stacks of iron ingots an hour. So it's going to be really good, not only for iron, but also an emerald economy when I get iron traders going. All right, let's go back home and get ready for today's first project. Okay, so for the first project of this episode, we will be heading back into the Nether after we get a little bit of equipment because we are going Netherite hunting. It's time to get geared up in Netherite. I'm sick of being in just this lowly diamond gear, so we're going to go and see if we can find an entire stack of ancient debris. Okay, so I've got 9 stacks of TNT, which should hopefully be enough to find a stack of ancient debris. I would really hope so. So, it's time. Let's get back to the Nether. Alright, let's go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is find a good place to tunnel down to wire level 16, which is, in my opinion, the best wire level for finding ancient debris. So let's get to that and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've made my way down to wire level 16, so I need to make a really long tunnel now, as far as I can go without hitting lava, and then we can start blowing things up. Oh, here we go. Digging the tunnel and found my first piece of ancient debris. I just ran into another piece of ancient debris digging this tunnel. Okay, so I have run into some lava here, so I'm going to finish the tunnel here, lay down some TNT and see what we can find. Okay, just laid down my first stack of TNT. Let's see what we get. Oh my, that's a lot of lava. Everything's fine. Okay, so I'm 1 stack of TNT down and I have 6 pieces of ancient debris. Let's keep searching. I have been running into a lot of lava lakes, so for this next tunnel I think I'm going to try wide level 14 instead of 16 just to see if I can avoid a little more of that lava that is causing quite an issue. Uh-oh, this piglin's mad at me now. Going to have to deal with him and hope that he doesn't have any of his friends around. I definitely seem to be getting a lot less lava at Y14, but I believe I'm definitely getting a lot less ancient debris as well, so a little bit of a trade up there. Okay, so 9 stacks of TNT down, and I ended up with 56 ancient debris. So not the stack that I was hoping for, but I think that's going to be enough to get all the tools and equipment I have at the moment upgraded to Netherite. So let's go home. Alright, we have a bit of a visitor, and he's a little bit mad. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're going to have to leave us forever. Alright, so first thing we need to do is smelt up all of this ancient debris so we can make the netherite ingots. Okay, so got a total of 14 ingots from that, not bad. Okay, so before we can start upgrading our gear, I need to duplicate this netherite smithing upgrade, which I need netherrack and diamonds for. So hopefully I have enough diamonds to make enough of those. Okay, got enough diamonds to make 14 of the upgrades. Obviously we have to keep 1 spare so we have future upgrades, so I have a total of 13. to use. So first things first, let's do all our armor. And there's the challenge complete. Cover me in debris. Okay, so next I have all my tools to upgrade. So I have my smite and my sharpness sword. I have my sharpness and my smite axe. And then I have my 2 pickaxes, my 2 shovels, and my fortune hoe. Another challenge complete. Serious dedication. Okay, guys, we did it. We got fully upgraded to netherite tools and equipment, and it feels great. Now that that's out of the way, we can move on to the next project for today. So my plans for this land around my home is eventually to build a completely custom village full of trading halls, farms, anything that I need to survive in this world long term. But as you can see, this land is super scuffed and I do need to completely remove this village. So I think the next project for today is going to be undergoing a massive terraforming project to get this area completely ready to build on. So let's get to it. Okay, so that was a ton of work, but I have this entire area now cleaned up and flattened out, so I can start to plan some future builds. I have kept some elevation in the land in spots just to add a little bit of visual interest when I do build some structures around them. It's obviously far from done. I just wanted to get a base level to start with, so when I plan my builds, I can then sculpt the land to how I want it from there. So this is going to be a really good start for me. So now I can move on to the build for the day, which is going to be a villager breeder, because I need villagers for trading halls and farms. So I'll explain to you where I'm going to put that and we can go from there. So I'm thinking about putting it just kind of off to the side of my spider farm, right in around here. This kind of sheer wall I am going to keep. I'm probably going to build a retaining wall that goes along here and have a build up on that top level. So I'm thinking a good place for the villager breeder will be somewhere around here, just off to the side of my spider farm. So let's go get some resources ready. Okay, so I have all my resources together that I think I'm going to need to build the villager breeder. I also have made a simple redstone box to live in my ender chest, just with some simple stuff like pistons, rails, redstone, just to make some simple redstone contraptions, because I need a little bit of that stuff for the breeder. So let's get this mapped out. Okay, so I think I have the location for this breeder pretty good. I want to have enough space between the build and my spider farm entrance, because I want to have a pathway that kind of forks off through these two builds and goes to another future build over in this area. So I think that's going to be pretty good. So let's start building it up. Well, hello, Mr. Trader. What do you have for me? Absolutely nothing. Come here. Get back here. Give me your leads. Give me your leather. Okay, so now that the mechanics are done, we can continue on with the exterior build. Oh, by the way, guys, while I was doing the terraforming project, I did find a cat that I tamed. So we have our first cat in our home area. Okay, so now I've got the basic design done for the main structure of the house. Now I can get started on the roof. Hey, no one invited you. Get out of here. So, let's get to the roof. Okay, and I think the exterior of this build is complete. Kind of went with much more of a simple design with this one. Sometimes I think people can fall into the trap of over detailing builds. Sometimes there is a lot of beauty in simplicity, and that's kind of the mantra that I used for this build, and I think it turned out really, really well. So, with the exterior of this build marked off as complete, the last thing to do is actually get the villagers inside the farm to make it working. So, let's get a rail system going over to this village over here and steal some villagers. Okay, who wants to be first? Oh. Okay, the pigs are gonna have to go. Sorry, guys. You, sir, get in the cart. Thank you. And you, sir, get in the cart. The last thing to do is... Oops, sorry. Okay, so while they're doing their thing and doing a bit of farming and filling their pockets with the carrots, let's remove all these rails. It sounds as if we have a baby. Aha! We have a baby! The villager breeder is working. I've just noticed that these guys are slowly changing the carrots to beets by the look of it. I didn't even know that they did that. They must have had beets in their inventory or something. That's interesting. It's something that I didn't know they would do. Okay, so we have a grown-up here now. I wanted to wait until I had one just so I can show you guys how this works. So when the grown-up gets caught in this little area here, I press this button, it dispenses out a minecart, and the villager gets caught. So now I can take the villager anywhere I want in my world through a rail system. It feels so good to have all this land terraformed and neatened up, and to have another build in my area. I think this is coming along so nice. But I cannot wait to see this entire area get built up into a large town. Okay guys, that is going to have to do it for me today though. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I absolutely loved making this build, and I am so happy that I am now fully kitted up in Netherite gear. I feel a lot more safer in this world. I cannot wait to get started on the next video. I hope you guys are as excited for the continuation of this series as I am to make it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.